Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap. So good morning to all of you in the today's CT360 series session. So my dear friends, if I'm audible and visible to all of you, please give me a thumbs up in the chat box so that we can start with the today's session. I'm waiting for your responses. If I'm audible and visible to all of you, please give me a thumbs up in the chat box. So once again, a warm welcome to all of you to today's CT360 series session in which we cover the important GADSI current affairs from the exam point of view. And today in this session, I will be covering the important current affairs from 23rd to 27th of January 2025. Okay? So I hope that all of you are ready for the today's session. And a very good morning to all the people. So hello Gurkirat and other people who have joined us live. So, my dear friends, in these sessions, we cover the most important news articles from the different newspapers, which includes PIB, then we are having Economic Times, The Hindu, and some other newspapers as well. Okay? So, if you have not started preparing for your preparation till now, it is good time to start with your preparation because current affairs plays a very important role in your examination, be it RBI exam, NABARD exam, CV or other banking examinations. तो इन सेशंस में आपको एक कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव कवरेज देखने को मिलती है रिगार्डिंग ऑल द लेटेस्ट करंट अफेयर्स वी विल टेल यू द डिफरेंट एस्पेक्ट्स and the dimensions you need to cover from the exam point of view. Okay, so I hope that all of you are really ready for the today's session. Let me tell you that I am today having so many news articles for all of you which will help you to cover your current affairs preparation from the exam point of view. Okay, so very good morning all the people again. So let's start with the very first topic, that is the fiscal health index 2025. So, my dear friends, to give the proper assessment and to evaluate the fiscal health of the Indian states, Niti Aayog has recently launched its fiscal health index for the year 2025. Let me tell you that this particular fiscal health index, this is the inaugural edition of this particular index, which has been launched by the 16th Finance Commission chairman recently. So, can anybody tell me that who is the chairman of the 16th Finance Commission? So the chairman of 16th Finance Commission is Dr. Arvind Pangadia, and he has released the inaugural edition of the Niti Aayog's report, that is Fiscal Health Index 2025, which gives us the assessment of the financial health of the top 18 states of the country, depending upon the GDP contribution. Let me tell you guys that उनका GDP contribution बहुत ज़्यादा है, and that is why it is really important for us to evaluate their fiscal health so that we can really see that how we can improve, because अगर उसमें से कोई भी state की performance dip होती है तो it is going to impact the Indian economy as well. Okay, so you can see here that it is an annual publication which will be focusing on the fiscal health of Indian states. तो Indian states की fiscal health कैसी है कि उन्होंने उनकी, अगर हम बात करते हैं debt sustainability कैसी है, whether they are able to finance and to fund their own operating expenditures or not. जो वो नई स्कीम लॉन्च कर रहे हैं तो whether they are having the proper funds as well in order to execute those schemes. So all these parts are the part of this fiscal health. For example, आप अपने घर पे कोई नई चीज प्लान करते हैं, राइट? मान लीजिए there is a function. So for that, basically, in order to execute that function, before that you always plan कि basically what are the earnings that we are having, हमारी क्या savings हैं, whether we will be able to execute the function properly or not, what are the things that we will be doing, right? And all of them are basically based on the one thing, that is the budget, right? So that is why it is very important to evaluate the fiscal health of the states. So you can see here that this particular index will be offering data-driven insights which will leverage informed state-level policy interventions. So this is going to basically help them that, okay, these are the parameters on which you can work on yourself, and then you will be able to improve your fiscal health, right? So this is going to improve overall fiscal governance, economic resilience, and the stability of the nation. That is why this fiscal health index has been launched. Now, guys, when we talk about this index, as it is going to provide comprehensive assessment of fiscal health of 18 major states, as I've already told you, right? Which are having the major contribution in the Indian economy. So guys, now when we talk about this index, this basically evaluates the financial health of the states and UTs on the basis of five key sub-indices. Now, what exactly these sub-indices are? This includes quality of expenditure, revenue mobilization, fiscal prudence, debt index, and the debt sustainability. Now, let me explain you what exactly these are. For example, first take an example of quality of expenditure. तो हमारा expenditure कैसा है? See guys, expenditure can be of two types, developmental and the non-developmental. The developmental expenditure is basically that expenditure which is being done by the government of that particular state or that particular area फॉर द लॉन्ग टर्म इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ प्रोस्पेक्ट्स, लाइक वो ऐसा कोई नया असेट क्रिएट कर रहे हैं जिससे डेवलपमेंट होगी आगे जाके, सो दैट इज द developmental expenditure. Now the other one is the non-developmental expenditure, which is basically something which is being the money spent on the operating needs, like उनके जो डेली के फंक्शंस है गवर्नमेंट के, उनको रन करने के लिए हमें जो एक्सपेंडिचर चाहिए, लाइक पेइंग द सैलरीज to the employees. So this is the part of non-developmental expenditure. I hope this first point is clear to all of you. Now moving on to the revenue mobilization. Revenue mobilization is how they are able to basically generate funds in the state without being dependent on the central government. Central government उनको क्या funding दे रही है, उसके बिना वो उनके पास कितना fund है, and how they are using it, and what is the dependability on the central government's fund. So this is something which is the revenue mobilization. ठीक, तो एक स्टेट जो एक अच्छा परफॉर्म कर रही है, अगर उसकी फिजिकल हेल्थ अच्छी है, तो इट इज नॉट बेसिकली डिपेंडेंट ऑन द सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट्स फंडिंग एट अ लार्जर एक्सटेंट। उसका एक अपना फंड हाउस होगा, राइट, वो अपनी फंड्स को खुद जनरेट कर सकता है, एंड दे कैन स्पेंड दैट ऑन द डेवलपमेंटल पार्ट्स ऑफ द area. Then the third one is the fiscal prudence. Fiscal prudence basically comprises of further two parameters. For example, fiscal deficit is there, revenue deficit is there. तो फिजिकल डेफिसिट की अगर हम बात करें, फॉर एग्जांपल जब गवर्नमेंट का एक्सपेंडिचर उसकी इनकम को सरपास कर जाए, दैट इज अ फिजिकल डेफिसिट। तो फिजिकल प्रूडेंस हमें क्या बताता है कि उसकी फाइनेंशियल हेल्थ कैसी है स्टेट की, कि वेदर इट इज इन फिजिकल डेफिसिट है कितना है, रेवेन्यू डेफिसिट कितना है। रेवेन्यू डेफिसिट इज कम्स व्हेन द basically the state government is using its revenue receipts in order to pay its interest payments, right? Then after that we are having the debt index. So this debt index basically it tells us that how much burden of debt is there on the state. ठीक है, अगर आपके घर में अगर if you have taken a lot of loans and you are still and you still want to execute a big function, right? For example आपकी बर्थडे पार्टी है और ऑलरेडी आपने बहुत सारे बड़े बड़े लोन्स लिए हुए हैं, तो बेसिकली आपके पास डेट का ऑलरेडी बर्डन है, यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू कैरी फॉरवर्ड दैट। सो दिस इज समथिंग सिमिलरली, गवर्नमेंट अगर कोई स्कीम लॉन्च करना चाहती है बट इट इज नॉट हैविंग द रिक्वायर्ड फंडिंग, सो इट इज नॉट बी फिजिबल फॉर द स्टेट गवर्नमेंट टू एक्सिक्यूट सच काइंड ऑफ स्कीम। देन द डेट सस्टेनेबिलिटी, अगर वो डेट लेती है तो कितना सस्टेनेबल है उसके लिए, क्या वो कितने नए डेट्स ले सकती है। सो दिस इज द पार्ट ऑफ द डेट सस्टेनेबिलिटी। Let me tell you, my dear friends, in this session, I will be explaining you every point in the English, right? But यहाँ पर the people who are basically more comfortable in the Hindi as well, I will be explaining them in little bit Hindi as well, so that कि दोनों ही तरीके के aspirants को हम cater कर सकें. Okay, so do not worry, nothing will be missed in your English part. Okay, so I hope that all these five sub key indices are clear to all of you कि क्या ये sub indices हैं, कैसे they are going to impact. So with the help of these sub-indices, the Financial Health Index will be offering a roadmap for achieving fiscal consolidation and hence improving the transparency and effective resource management in the states. And let me tell you that this index further divides the Indian states into the the four categories that includes achievers, front runners, performer, and aspirational. So basically, these are dependent on their scores, what exactly the score they have received in the FHI index. Okay, so now you must be having the question that okay sir, so हमने सब indices को cover कर लिया है, but what exactly are the scores? तो अब हम देखते हैं कि कौन सी वो स्टेट है जो जिसने टॉप किया है। ठीक है, you all are belonging from the different states of the country, right? So देखते हैं किसकी स्टेट ने यहाँ पर टॉप किया है। So when we talk about the key rankings of this index, so these are the top 5 rankers. As per the previous year exams analysis, we have to make sure we are covering the top 5 rankers of any particular index. For example, here you can see the state which has topped in this index is Odisha, which has topped with a score of 67.8. Chhattisgarh is on the second position, Goa on the third, Jharkhand on the fourth, and Gujarat on the fifth. So these are the top 5 positioned states which are there on the FHI index. ठीक है? So अभी the PDF आपको मिलेगा टेलीग्राम चैनल पे, but for now you are requested to just focus on the session, right? So अगर अभी आप इस पर फोकस नहीं करेंगे तो PDF से भी ज्यादा कुछ समझ में नहीं आएगा आपको। ठीक है, सो मेक श्योर कीजिए कि आप अभी यहाँ पर फोकस करें। सो अगर हम बात करें टॉप रैंकर्स की, तो वी हैव ऑलरेडी सीन दैट ओडिशा इज ऑन द टॉप, फॉलोड बाय छत्तीसगढ़, गोवा, झारखंड, गुजरात। तो इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर यू टू कवर द टॉप 5 rankers, right? Now after that, when I already told you that there are 4 categories in which the states are being divided. This 18 states. So this is achiever, front runner, performer, and aspirational on the basis of the scores that they have attained in this particular index. So here the top, when we talk about the states in the achievers category, this includes Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Goa, Jharkhand, and Gujarat. Basically, the top five states are basically in the achievers category. Next five are in the front runner. Next four in the performers, and next four in the aspirational. Let me tell you that it is not possible for you to retain the name of the state that कौन सी state कौन सी category के अंदर है, right? So basically, I have just given this data for presenting you that okay, these are the number of states in these different categories, right? But what is the most important thing? The most important thing is that what exactly are these top five states there? Okay, and all the top five are in the achievers category of this particular FHI index. So, my dear friends, if you are having any kind of issue with this particular topic, please give me the thumbs up. Please tell me in the chat box. And if everything is clear to all of you, please give me a thumbs up in the chat box that yes, we are clear with this FHI index. Let me tell you guys, it is very important to evaluate the financial health of the Indian states and UTs so that we are really seeing that yes, they are able to carry forward the developmental works, right, across the different areas. And that is why this kind of index is going to help and it is going to encourage the people and the states to adopt good practices in order to improve their fiscal health. So basically, in order to improve, it is very important for them to analyze that, okay, on these dimensions we need to work. Similarly, you have to work on yourself. Like you have to basically understand that what kind of data or the facts and figures you are not able to retain from the exam point of view, and then you have to focus on those areas. And you, with the help of this, you will be converting your weak areas into your strength areas. Okay. Similarly, these states are doing after the launch of the FHI index. So I hope this is clear to all of you, and I can see in the chat box so many people are saying that yes, it is clear. So now let's move on to the next news article. So next news article is on the Best Electoral Practices Awards, right? So guys, on the occasion of 15th National Voters Day, right? President Srimati Draupadi Murmu ji has conferred the Best Electoral Practices Award for 2024-2025, and this was been given in the best government department for voter education and electoral participation, guys. So basically, recently National Voters Day was being celebrated. I will be telling you on which date we celebrate the National Voters Day. But before that, let me tell you that on the occasion of 15th National Voters Day, President of India has conferred Best Electoral Practices Awards. ठीक है, और ये किसको दिया जाएगा? बेसिकली उसी डिपार्टमेंट को दिया जाएगा which has basically taken a lot of efforts for voter education, to disseminate the voter education among the people so that they can participate in this democratic festival of the country, right? So Indian Railways has been honored with this award for making the best use of its infrastructure and partnering with the Election Commission of India. So basically, we all know that last year there were general elections, right? Lok Sabha elections were there in 2024. So basically, during those elections, Indian Railways partnered with the Election Commission of India, and it has come up with a lot of initiatives to make people aware about the elections and to come out and vote during the election process, right? So now when we talk about this Voters Day, so on which date we celebrate Voters Day? The Voters Day is being celebrated every year on 25th of January. And why do we celebrate this day? That is to mark the foundation day of Election Commission of India. Election Commission of India was formed on 25th of January 1950, right? And that is why the establishment day of the Election Commission of India is celebrated as National Voters Day. Okay, so when we talk about the National Voters Day, guys, sorry, when we talk about Election Commission of India, presently Rajiv Kumar ji is serving as the Chief Election Commissioner of the Election Commission of India. A very important point for you to retain, because in the previous year exams, we have seen that they are not just asking the question from the current aspect, but they are also asking the questions from the static portion of these particular news articles. Okay, now guys, there is one homework for you, and that is, let me tell you that Sweep is a kind of program which has been launched by Election Commission of India. And even in 2024, Indian Railways has run Sweep Express, right? आप सभी राजधानी वंदे भारत का नाम सुनते हैं. Similarly, Sweep Express was also been run during the elections and before the elections by the Indian Railways to educate people, to aware people about the elections, right? So you have to tell me that what exactly is the full form of sweep. Okay, SVEEP. What is the full form? You have to tell me in the comment section. This is the homework. Okay, so now let's move on to the next news article, and that is again, right, earlier we have basically given the award in a different category, and now there is another award for the voter awareness, that is ECI Media Award. Election Commission of India का मीडिया अवार्ड भी recently दिया गया and दूरदर्शन was been given this award, right, in the electronic media category, and again it has been recognized for its different initiatives for promoting awareness, voter awareness among the people, and it was also been awarded for its 360-degree comprehensive campaigns on the voter awareness, which included चुनाव का पर्व देश का गर्व. तो चुनाव का पर्व देश का गर्व एक सीरीज थी जो लॉन्च की थी ड्यूरिंग द लोकसभा इलेक्शन 2024 बाय ईसीआई, दैट इज इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया के साथ इन दूरदर्शन ने इसको स्टार्ट किया था. ओके, दैट इज द राइट आंसर. Now let's move on to the next news article. So guys, next news article is a very important article, that is Padma Awards have been announced recently, and we all know that these awards are being conferred and they are being announced on the Republic Day, right? So Padma Awards क्या हैं? These are one of the highest civilian awards of the country. Or these awards are being given across the different categories. For example, art, social work, public affairs, science and engineering, trade and industry, medicine. So across all these areas, if there is someone who has really contributed a lot and he has distinguished services in these areas, then this person will be recognized for his great work in that particular field of activity, right? So let me tell you that the Padma Awards are basically having three categories, and these are Padma Vibhushan, Padma Bhushan, and Padma Shri. Padma Vibhushan is awarded for exceptional and distinguished service, which is a top-notch service in that particular field or activity. Then Padma Bhushan is for distinguished service for higher order, and Padma Shri is awarded for distinguished service in any field. ठीक है, तो आप देख सकते हैं कि Padma Shri is basically at one place, then above that it is Padma Bhushan and then Padma Vibhushan. Okay, so let me tell you that this year total 139 Padma Awards have been conferred, right? Have been announced for the different people, and you can also see them. One of the winners in this particular part. I hope that all of you are really able to identify these people. For example, singer Arijit Singh is here. Then who has basically won the award in the category of art. Then we are having Ravichandran Ashwin who has won the award in the sports category, right? So these are the awards, and let me tell you that this year, seven people have been awarded Padma Vibhushan, 19 people have been awarded Padma Bhushan, and 113 people have been awarded Padma Shri Award. I hope this point is clear to all of you. So let me tell you that it will not be possible for you to remember all these 139 Padma Award winners. So that is why here I have already only covered the Padma Vibhushan Award, which has been given to seven people. And what are these people? So these are first of all Shri Dhuvur Nageshwar Reddy, who has won the award in the medicine category. He is from the Indian state of Telangana. Then Justice Retired Shri Jagdish Singh Kher, who is from public affairs field. Then Kumudini Rajnikant Lakhia for art. Then we are having MT Vasudevan Nair from literature and education. Osamu Suzuki, guys. Osamu Suzuki, we have covered that Osamu Suzuki is the person who passed away recently, and he was the person under which the partnership between Maruti and Suzuki took place, right? And we have seen the result in the place of iconic car, that is Maruti 800, which was being launched that time, right? So Osamu Suzuki is also the person from the trading industry, and then Sharda Sinha from the art. You can see here the other person apart from Arijit Singh and Ravichandran Ashwin, that is Sharda Sinha, and she has been awarded this award posthumously, right? So these are the important award winners that you can basically learn from the Padma Vibhushan category. Okay, so I'm not covering here Padma Bhushan, Padma Shri because it will not be possible for you to remember these 132 names, right? And it is not practically possible for you. So that's why just try to remember this particular news article. Okay. So now let's move on to the next news article, that is on the Bharat Parv. So Bharat Parv has been recently organized by Ministry of Tourism, and this was being celebrated from 26th to 31st of January 2025. So right now as well, the Bharat Parv is being taking place in our country, and this year the theme of Bharat Parv is Dekho Apna Desh. Guys, basically we want to promote the tourism, and how we will be promoting the tourism when we will be encouraging people to go out and enjoy the beauty of our nation. And that is why Dekho Apna Desh has been recently is the theme for Bharat Parv 2025. ठीक है? So this has been organized in New Delhi as a part of the Republic Day celebrations, and this will including different kind of activities as a part of this perv, that is food stalls, handicraft, handloom stalls, state tourism pavilions. So there are so many activities which has been organized. And if you are someone who is in the Delhi, so you can definitely go out, go there, and you can enjoy the Bharat Parv, which has been taking place from 26th to 31st of January 2025. I hope this is clear to all of you. So yes, Nayan, we are covering the PIB, schemes, finance news, and other current affairs in our YouTube channel across the four current affairs series, right? That you can see on our EduTap YouTube channel. One is the CD 360 in which we cover the GNDSA current affairs. Then there is Finance 360 in which we cover the finance current affairs. Then government scheme sessions and Perspective 360 series covers the descriptive writing as well. Okay. So I hope that your query is resolved now. Now let's move on to the next news article, guys. That is the Sanjay battlefield surveillance system. So, guys, you must have seen the Mahabharat, right? There, it was Sanjay who was having that particular superpowers, with the help of which he was able to do the surveillance of the battlefield of Kurukshetra, right? Where the war was taking place between Kauravas and Pandavas. So, guys, you can see here that that time Sanjay was having that surveillance system power. And when we talk about the modern era, what exactly we need? We need such kind of battlefield surveillance system, and that is why recently Defense Minister Rajnath Singh has flagged off Sanjay, which is the Advanced Battlefield Surveillance System. The battlefield surveillance system, the name is Sanjay. It has been recently flagged off by the Indian Defense Minister, and this is going to enhance the battlefield transparency through a centralized web application. Basically, with the help of lot of sensors, this Sanjay battlefield surveillance system will be able to provide the clear picture of the battlefield and what exactly is the status of the war. It is really going to help and to recreate our strategies so that we can win in such kind of situations, right? And it is also going to help in doing the surveillance of the border areas as well, so that we can basically prevent the intrusion of the miscreants in our country. Okay, I hope this is clear to all of you. Now, when we talk about such kind of surveillance system or new system which has been launched, we have to make sure that we are covering the name of organization which is behind the development of this application. For example, the Sanjay battlefield surveillance system has been developed by Indian Army along with the Bharat Electronics Limited. Okay, and the deployment of the system will begin in 2025 with a budget of rupees 2402 crore. So 2402 crore rupees की deployment के budget के साथ इसको deploy किया जाएगा in the Indian Army. What is the name? Sanjay. I hope कि आप सभी को याद रहेगा ये नाम, right? So बढ़ते हैं अगले न्यूज आर्टिकल की तरफ. So the next news article is that DGS has signed MOU with the CDAC. So guys, in order to advance technological innovation and excellence in the India's maritime sector, an MOU has been signed between the Director General of Shipping. So guys, shipping की बात हो रही है. Shipping basically maritime sector का part है. Or Center for Development of Advanced Computing. It is a kind of organization which works under the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. So जो CDEC है, it comes up with a lot of technological innovations. And when it will be integrating with the Director General of Shipping, it is going to advance the and it is going to integrate the systems which is there in the Indian maritime sector. And that's why it is going to boost the Indian maritime sector. Right, and how it will be done? This will be done by digitalization and automation of maritime processes. जो maritime processes अभी mechanical हैं, manual हैं, तो उनको हम digitize करेंगे, automate करेंगे, which is going to enhance the efficiency of the maritime sector. Then maritime data analytics and predictive modeling will be there. Cybersecurity and maritime Internet of Things will be there. Maritime education and training, research and development. So all these things will be inculcated with the MOU, with this flagship MOU which has been signed between DGS and the CDAC. So please remember, for the maritime sector, Director General of Shipping has signed MOU with the Center for Development of Advanced Computing. That is the right answer. Okay, so now guys, let's move on to the next news article, and that is the Center of Excellence on Energy Transition. As we have covered one MOU, now it is a part of next MOU. And let me tell you that recently, Bureau of Energy Efficiency and the Energy and Resources Institute, they have signed an MOU to establish Center of Excellence on Energy Transition. तो सेंटर ऑफ एक्सीलेंस ऑन एनर्जी ट्रांजिशन को सेटअप किया जाएगा. कहाँ किया जाएगा? एट द टेरीज इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ एनर्जी ट्रांजिशन एट इट्स कैंपस इन हैदराबाद. तो हैदराबाद के अंदर जो इनका टेरी का कैंपस है, वहां पर इस सेंटर ऑफ एक्सीलेंस ऑन एनर्जी ट्रांजिशन को सेटअप किया जाएगा. ओके, एंड दिस इज गोइंग टू रियली ब्रिंग अप अ लॉट ऑफ new energy in order to in India's initiative of transitioning to a new part. Okay, so I hope that this point is also clear. From here, you have to remember the name of organizations and where exactly this new center of excellence will be set up. Okay, now moving on to the next news article. So, guys, you must be thinking that why exactly we are covering this news article right now, right? So, basically, Prime Minister Modi ji has recently congratulated the US President for his historic second term, and that is why we are covering this news article. So, US President Donald Trump has sworn in as the 47th President of the United States. Let me tell you that he has also earlier served as the 45th President of US from 2017 to 2021. And you can see here to the left, the person is Joe Biden, who was basically serving as the 46th President, and now he has been replaced by Donald Trump as the 47th President of the United States. So, as we are looking here at the news articles, which basically showcases us the changes which are taking place in the world politics. So let us try to also cover another news article where PM has congratulated HE Mr. Michael Martin. So Michael Martin कौन है? Michael Martin is a politician from Ireland. He has assumed the office of Prime Minister of Ireland. So you can see here that he has been elected for the second term as the Prime Minister of Ireland. When we talk about the Martin, he has also served earlier as the Prime Minister from 2020 to 2022, and he belongs from Fianna Fáil party. Let me tell you guys, when the Michael Martin is assuming the charge of Prime Minister of Ireland, so basically his party, that is Fianna Fáil party, has created a coalition government with the Fine Gaels party, right? And let me tell you that these parties' collaboration has also announced that in 2027, Simon Harris will be taking over as the Prime Minister of Ireland. So, guys, why exactly we were covering this? These parties, although these parties are not important, but why I have told you, because this is a coalition government, and now we are aware of the Michael Martin, who is the present Prime Minister, and the next Prime Minister of the Ireland as well, that is Simon Harris. So I hope that these names are very much clear to all of you. So Ireland यहाँ पर Ireland में भी change हुआ है in terms of its head of the government. Now guys, let's move on to the next news article. So next news article is about a exhibition which is being held in the Madrid, Spain. And what is it? This is the IFEMA, which is the leading travel fair. And guys, this leading travel fair is a kind of one-stop solution where so many stakeholders which are participating in the travel industry. So basically, they sit together and they explore the opportunities which are there. And basically, as it has taken place in the Spain, so how they can contribute in enhancing the tourism in the Spain as well. And let me tell you why we are covering this, because Minister of Tourism has also participated in this leading travel fair series, which is taking place in Madrid, Spain. Okay, so India also participated at the International Travel Trade Exhibition at Fitur. तो Fitur भाई अगर हम बात करें Fitur की, so it is considered as a benchmark event in the tourism sector, right? And this provide platform to the different stakeholders to network and connect with the potential clients and partner in Spanish source market. So this they can not just enhance the tourism in the Spain but also in the other countries as well. Like अगर Ministry of Tourism ने अपना pavilion setup किया IFEMA के अंदर, so basically वहां पर we can showcase that what are the different destinations where people from other countries can come and enjoy in our country. So that's how they are going to connect with the potential clients which are there, and they can enhance the tourism sector not just in Spain but across the world. Okay, so that is IFEMA, which has taken place in Madrid, Spain. Now, guys, moving on to the next news article, that is on the Dr. K.M. Cherian, who was credited with performing India's first heart bypass surgery in 1975. So this person is really considered as one of the most distinguished doctors of our country. But now we have lost this noble soul as the pioneer of Indian cardiac surgery. Dr. K.M. Cherian has passed away recently. Okay, so please remember the name and profession of this person. Moving to the next news article, that is on the National Girl Child Day 2025. The National Girl Child Day we celebrate every year on 24th of January in order to raise awareness about the importance of empowering girls. Right? So आप सभी ने सुना होगा, right? To empower, we have basically come up with a different kind of initiatives like Beti Bachao Beti Padhao Abhiyan, right? So why exactly it was being done? To create an environment where the women or girls can thrive without the barriers of gender discrimination. And that's why, guys, we celebrate the National Girl Child Day. On which date we celebrate? On 24th of January, we celebrate National Girl Child Day. This was initiated in 2008 by Ministry of Women and Child Development. Okay, so this is something. Now you are having one more homework question, and you have to tell me that on which date we celebrate the World Leprosy Day. तो guys, वर्ल्ड लेप्रोसी डे हम कौन सी डेट को मनाते हैं? दैट इज समथिंग यू नीड टू टेल मी इन द चैट बॉक्स. ओके, सो ऑल ऑफ यू, दिस इज योर होमवर्क. Now moving on to the next news article. So guys, we all know that right now ICC Champions Trophy is coming up, but let me tell you that India has already won the Champions Trophy. This is not the same Champions Trophy I'm talking about. So basically, guys, recently Indian Physical Disability Cricket team has won the Physical Disability Champions Trophy 2025. And this Champions Trophy held in Colombo, Sri Lanka, and Indian team defeated England in the tournament final match to win the tournament. And Indian cricket captain was Vikrant Keni. Okay, so under the captaincy of Vikrant Keni, Indian team has won the Physical Disability Champions Trophy 2025. This is the right answer. So guys, this was all the news articles that we were required to cover from the exam point of view. And now we will be moving on to the MCQ. So I always tell you that for you, it is not just sufficient to cover these current affair articles. In the exam, at the end of the day, we are required to solve the MCQs. Okay? And that is why it is very important for us to practice them. So now I have given you all the important information, and now you have to showcase me that whether you are able to retain all the important information or not. Okay. So here is the very first question for all of you, which is on the Fiscal Health Index, right? So this report has been launched by the Niti Aayog, and which of the following statements regarding fiscal health rankings of states is are correct here? So you can see here, guys, that here four statements are being mentioned, and you have to identify which of the following statements are correct. Let's move on to the statement number one. So Odisha is ranked first among 18 major states. Absolutely right. Excelling in composite fiscal health. Absolutely right. Second statement is Chhattisgarh was ranked second with an FHI score of 55.2. So as per our discussion, Chhattisgarh is on the second position. This is absolutely correct. But here again it states that Goa was ranked fourth with a score of 53.6. But guys, when we talk about the Goa, I told you that you have to retain the top five performers. And that is why if you are not able to retain that information, then you will not be able to solve this question. That is why it is important for you to cover the top five rankers. Okay, so when we talk about this question, so Goa is ranked third in this particular ranking and not the fourth. And that is why this statement is incorrect. Let's move on to the third statement. The rankings are based on the composite fiscal index from five key sub-indices. There are five key sub-indices which are the part of the financial fiscal health index, which includes debt sustainability and quality of expenditure. Absolutely right. So one and three are absolutely right. Let us try to understand what is about the fourth statement, because option C is also there. That is one, three, and four. So we have to go to the fourth statement as well. So the fourth statement is that Gujarat with an FHI score of 50.5 was ranked fifth. So Gujarat is on the fifth position. That is absolutely right. But Jharkhand ranked third with a score of 51.6. I already told you guys that Goa is on the third position. So that means fourth statement is absolutely incorrect, because Jharkhand is not on the third position, but it is on the fourth position. That is why this is incorrect, and the right answer will be option D, that is 1 and 3 only. I can see in the chat box that Gururaj has given me the right answer to this particular question. That is option D. Well done. Now, guys, let's move on to the next question. Next question here is on the Best Electoral Practices Award 2024-2025. In the option you can see we have given you the ministry or one of the name of the department, and then we have provided you the date, right? So basically we have to identify this, answer this question on the basis of two dimensions. What these dimensions are: first question, that the government department for voter education electoral participation was conferred on dash by the president of India, right? So what is the name of the department which was being given the award? That is something we need to identify. Then the award was given on the occasion of the 15th National Voters Day, which is celebrated annually on dash. So which date, on which date we celebrate this to mark Foundation Day of Election Commission of India? That is something we need to identify here. So I already told you that on 25th of January, the Election Commission of India was being established in 1950. So that's why option B will be the right answer to this particular question. Okay? So no, it will not be option E, it will be option B, as Indian Railways has been given this award, and 25th January is a date on which This award has been launched on the occasion of 15th National Voters Day. So option B is the right answer. Moving to the next question, guys. So next question is on the Sanjay Battlefield Surveillance System. I told you Sanjay. I hope कि आप सभी को याद रहेगा. The way we have covered this news article. तो ऐसे references अगर आप बना के चलेंगे अपने mind में तो it will lead to a better retention of the information in your brain. Okay. So here again we are required to identify correct statement. Statement number one: Sanjay system is designed to enhance battlefield's transparency. Absolutely right. एक centralized common surveillance picture provide करता है ये through the help of different sensors. Second statement: it is developed indigenously by the Indian Army along with the Bharat Electronics Limited. It will be deployed with a budget of 2402 crore. This is also correct here. Moving to the third statement. So Sanjay has primarily focused on aerial battlefield sensor. So aerial battlefield sensor पे focus करेगा and does not include the ground-based sensor. Guys, see, it will be providing us the aerial battlefield sensor. That is absolutely right. But it will also include the ground-based sensor. So that's why this statement is incorrect, and the right answer is option A, that is 1 and 2 only. Let us see that who has given the right answer in this chat box. So I can see most of the people have given me the right answer to this question. Okay, so that is the right answer. So now, my dear friends, if you are still someone who is not able to answer these questions, do not worry about it. I'm having another question for all of you. That is a homework question. And this homework question will not just help you to analyze your preparation, but it will also give you an opportunity to be the star performer of the today's session. Okay, so this is the question for all of you. That is on the Padma Awards 2025. You are required to identify incorrect statement. And these are three statements, very easy statements are there for you. Please try to give me the right answer in the comment section, right? Now, guys, if I talk about the star performers of the previous session, then this includes Abhay Kumar, Aditya Srivastava, Gururaj, Shruti, Varmanesh, Utkarsh, Life One, Suraj, Ashish, the head Dream Master. So all these people had given the right answer of the previous homework question that Gurkirat sir has given to all of you during his session on the World Economic आउटलुक एंड द ग्लोबल इकोनॉमिक प्रोस्पेक्ट्स रिपोर्ट आई बिलीव कि आपने उन दोनों रिपोर्ट्स का सेशन देखा है अगर नहीं देखा है तो प्लीज मेक श्योर कीजिए कि आप इस सेशन के कंक्लूड होने के बाद उस सेशन पर जरूर जाएं बिकॉज दैट सेशन इज रियली इंपॉर्टेंट फ्रॉम द एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू ओके सो गाइज आई होप दैट ऑल दीज न्यूज आर्टिकल्स आर वेरी मच क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू and all of you will be giving me the answer to the three homework questions that I have given to you. First thing is the homework question that I have given to you. Second thing that I have already asked you to tell me that on which date we celebrate World Leprosy Day. And the third one, again, I have already asked you the full form of sweep. ठीक है तो sweep की क्या full form है you have to tell me in the comment section by identifying the right answer. So guys, that was all from the today's session. And if you are still new to our YouTube channel, kindly subscribe to it and press the bell icon to receive all the latest updates of the courses and videos offered by us. And in case you want to access the PDF of the session, you can join our Telegram channel. जिसका link आपको मिलेगा description के अंदर. You can join the Telegram channel by clicking on the link given in the description, and from there you can basically access this particular part, the PDF of these sessions. Okay. So guys, that was all from the today's session. Now, if you are having any kind of query, please feel free to ask in the chat box. I will be answering your queries here. Otherwise, we will be concluding this session. So Vedika is asking, sir, GA plus ESI को phase 1 के लिए भी करना है? Absolutely. See, GA plus ESI is important for your phase 1 exam. And when we talk about the ESI current affair that we have covered in this session, they are important for both phase 1 and the phase 2 exam. ठीक है? So I hope that it is clear to you, Vedika, now that you will be covering the GA plus ESI, right? The only GA part which is not related to your syllabus, like sports, awards, defense exercises, defense news articles, they are only relevant for your phase 1. But the news articles which are related to your syllabus, for example, here today we have covered the fiscal health index. So that is important for both phase 1 and the phase 2 examination. Okay. The question can be asked in both the phases of the examination. So I hope that this is clear to you. Now, guys, if you are having any more queries, and right now you are not having any query, but later on you are feeling that, okay, I am having this question, what you can do, you can just mention your query in the comment section. I will be answering you there. Apart from that, you can also share your queries at hello@edutap.co.in, or you can also call us at 814-620-7241. Okay. So, guys, we all know that even NPS exam, NPS grade A and grade B, notification is already out, so make sure that you are preparing for that as well very dedicatedly because it is really a good opportunity for all of you. तो वहां पर भी कुछ करंट अफेयर्स आपको कवर करने होंगे एंड फॉर दैट द फाइनेंशियल करंट अफेयर्स विल बी रियली मोर हेल्पफुल फॉर यू फ्रॉम द एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. So make sure that you are preparing for the current affairs from today onwards if you have not yet started, because it is really a good time for all of you to start your current affairs preparation. So I hope that all of you are really very much clear about the topics that we have covered in the today's session, because I can see the chat box there is not a single query left. So guys, now I will be meeting in the next session. Till then, stay happy, stay healthy. Wish you all happy learning.